So, if you don't have me on Snapchat, you can add me at LDIZZUL1990. Again, that's Lima, Delta, India, Zebra, Uniform, Lima 1990. And if you've never played with a SHA 256 generator, or you don't understand blockchain, you need to Google Sierra Hotel Alpha SHA 256 generator, and you can copy and paste the Bible or a giant Wikipedia page into that box, and it will spit out like a 32-bit string of letter and number. And it doesn't matter how much is in the box or how little is in the box, it can always convert that into something. And if you change one period, the whole string changes. If you change one from capital to lowercase, the whole string changes. So it's not backwards compatible. It only goes one way. So as long as you have that string, you can replicate and anything in that box. Okay, and the way the blockchain stuff works is, say 200 days ago, there was some sort of a transaction or something. If anybody has gone back there and tweaked that one little anything, it changes the entire string of sequence of blocks that come after it. And then the other nodes recognize the change, and you're punished on the network and you're kicked off the network. And that's how these things operate. So, you know, this stuff has been coming for a long time. If you've ever studied finance and looked into fundamentals of what makes money, then hopefully if you've looked at the whole Federal Reserve System, and they can give everybody all their money. Nobody needs to panic. It's just, you know, when you get it or how you get it or whatever form, if it's going to be a digital crypto loadable welfare card from the Fed to wallet for everybody, you know, because you have to skip the bank, because when the bank has an asset in their account, if the Fed gave the bank the money, the bank is now liable to pay it to you. And the big problem happens is everybody's losing their mind, and there's a bank run on cash. There's only like 9 trillion paper dollars ever created so far. And in the 70s, they had $10,000 bills and $1,000 bills because there was inflation popping up. Since then, they got rid of it. But people want cash. Well, they can't put the money in the bank because they can't get the banks enough cash to ever supply it. So it literally has to go digital. And plus, with 0% interest rates, in 2013, the IMF published a piece of paperwork describing how it has to be digital to go into negative territory, because they have to pull draws. They have to be able to pull draws, tax every transaction pretty much instantly. And the blockchain stuff will be harnessed for that, in my opinion. You know, can't positive everything, but you know, point in point, you can say nobody saw it, just like nobody saw the 2001 .com, and all the people who understood the .com tech, they realized, like, when all they had was a domain, which is, you know, if you don't know what a domain is, you know, God help you. www.google.com, and that's all you had. It was registered in your name, and you just walk around saying, hey, I got a domain, I got a website. People with lots of money didn't know what to do, but the thing with money is you have to invest it. You put it places, and when people see that bubble, that mania, they throw millions. And so people with just a domain, www.wikipedia.com, but nothing in it when you type it in, maybe a 404 when people go to the website, but there's nothing there. People ended up with $200 million valuations. And so the people who understood the tech, they recognized hopefully that, okay, this is insanely, you know, it doesn't really do anything, but I created it and I understand, but it's still not really the value. That's where that difference happens. And you have to be able to recognize that if you're going to be a proficient thinker, especially, you know, when learners inherit the earth, you have to harness this. And the phone is a dangerous thing. I mean, it's a great tool, don't get me wrong, but if you're not teaching your kids how to properly use a phone and to make sure they can use a computer, because the productive workers today, The $100,000 jobs, not nominally, but the value of what we would today consider a $100,000 job, because in the future it'll be a $500,000 job. Will buy the same value. Don't get numberly confused, because that's what happened with old people. That's why, like, my grandpa would, if I wrote a letter, would mail me $1, because in his mind still was having a hard time comprehending inflation. You know, value always shift. Wealth is never destroyed or created. So, you know, nothing to fear except for fear itself, and don't get hung up on it and start learning, because there's musical chairs taking place right now with the jobs, okay? And you don't want to become uneducated labor. I've done that my whole life for 10 fucking years. Not uneducated. I have actually been quite educated, but I look around and there's people who are more uneducated. And the downside to you like giving people just money, everybody just money, is that you have to remember, no matter how much money you have or how much money you literally don't have, you know, fast food jobs are on the edge of homelessness, okay? And homeless people are going like, yeah, they're pointing onto your shoulder. Well, you're doing this to somebody who's making $18 an hour. There's a homeless guy pointing over his shoulder saying, yeah, give me what he's got, right behind you.